Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode 3, where we'll be analyzing how narrative and storytelling motivates people to play The Sims 4. So, to begin with, simulation games give players autonomy to create their own narratives, which is a really big part of gameplay within The Sims 4. Since there is no single goal or linear storyline, as players are able to generate their own meaning for the game through self directed play and imagination. So, in this sense, it's like when you're a kid and you have a dollhouse and you make up whatever you want to happen in this dollhouse, but on a much bigger scale with so much more possibility and visualization of what your imagination is driving you to do. Anyways, such freedom turns players from consumers of stories into authors and narrators of their narratives of their own gaming experience. And interactive storytelling allows players to engage in narrative agency where meaning comes from the choices that they make and the worlds that they build. Storytelling also provides structure and motivation in a game that is open to any possibility, so players can invent personal objectives through the narrative that they create. These stories created by players provide purpose, coherence, and emotional investment, leading to meaningful narrative arcs. This is seen a lot in The Sims 4, where there is no single goal or linear storyline, as players develop meaning in the game through their own directed self play. Storytelling deepens emotional investment and player retention, such as when gameplay see their Sims grow, face challenges, or achieve goals, they may feel attachment, pride, loss, or nostalgia. So, player related stories drive engagement and emotional attachment within the game. I've been enjoying playing my Sims as they grow from new settlements with just one couple to eventually becoming a town with few more families. Is an example of what was said on the Sims forum when discussing this idea of narrative and storytelling. So this player likes playing in the town and seeing them grow from just one to seeing how the legacy pans out. A few more statements read, I also want to watch more growth in my towns as the generations pass by with me playing the entire town. So that's just like a critique of what happens in the game. So we want to see just more growth while we're playing, which I think has happened recently in the game. I think with when you have things like this discuss expanding the family, that let households know to mix it up a little bit. And it's a bit of a rogue one because you don't know what you're going to go back and expect, but it is a fun aspect of the game. Moving on, we have someone saying, I like to build with themes and develop characters. And someone else said, I love developing characters and creating stories for my households. And the last one reads, it's so important for me to have that freedom to use the features in my own way. So the power of narrative makes simulation games like The Sims 4 feel alive and evolving after even many hours or years of playing time. This is such a big thing. So as I was saying before with the dollhouse analogy, metaphor, whatever, um, with how big this game is and with how big your imagination can be with the addition of mods and CC to your storytelling, you can play The Sims for years and never really be bored. That you can do so much. I myself have been playing for almost 10 years and I still pick it up at least probably once a month, and I'm still just what can I do today? What can I spice up in my Sims life today? What can I add to my game today? What's my game gonna do? What's happened while I've been gone, sort of thing, there isn't limitations. And with narrative and storytelling within The Sims 4, it really gives players opportunity to play out whatever story. They could, for instance, create Love Island in the game if they want to. They could recreate Desperate Housewives in the game if they want to. You can do so much. You can tell any story you want to. You can really make it your own. So it's a really, really big part of why people are motivated to play this game. Um, as I also said before, players may also use the Sims 4 to create their own stories or recreations of other stories on social media platforms or on YouTube. So in saying that with making if you want to make a Sims version of Desperate Housewives or Pretty Little Liars, or I've seen Sims versions of books, Sims versions of Akata, Court of Thorns and Roses, people are really using this game. And sometimes I see it and I'm like, am I playing this game enough? I need to broaden my imagination too. But when players create narratives in the game, they create content that can be shared with other players in the Sims 4 community, such as screenshots, videos, fan fiction, and Let's Play on platforms like Reddit, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. So yeah, narrative and storytelling, it's a really, really big part of the game and why people want to play this game. I think I've discussed enough already today how I use narrative and storytelling and how it pushes me, and I think in saying that too, it's like the you don't really even know how the story's gonna go because things change up. We will discuss that in the next episode. So thank you for listening today, and I will see you in the next one where we will discuss simulation and control.